All right, and welcome to an early good morning here at Cars and Coffee. This is a great Cars and Coffee again because today we are at the Electrify Expo. And for all those that were on the channel a few years ago and we came, we got invited out again, but this time to a Ford event early in the morning before Electrify Expo got started. So let's go on inside and see what's going on. And thanks to Sam Rio, we were able to get out here to this Ford event and try out the Ford Mach E Rally Edition, where, man oh man, I have never felt this car put to the test like I did today. Anyway, I'm gonna put that video right here, right now, so you can see the experience, and then head on in and meet me in to Electrify Expo. See y'all in there. Sure? Oh, okay.
Seatbelts, please.
All right.
Yeah, no worries. So you guys ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. We've got about 30 seconds. Wait for the other car to get clear.
We are in the Ford Mach E Rally Edition.
Yeah, there you go, Nick.
We're about to get our fair share of features on in here. Let's see what we got.
So yeah, so we've obviously got, we are unbridled on the dashboard here. That means that we've got maximum battery power. Woo. Then we've got Rally Sport that gives us the best suspension settings. Because we use the Magna Ride setup, we can, you know, computer control the damping rate basically. That's what that is. And of course, traction control is off. So we're going to go steady over the first one. Keep hold of your cameras. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and then we go. Ooh, big jump into braking. Here we go. Once the front turns in though, we can go one way, flick it, dancing, 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 braking, braking, braking. Again, once the nose gets turned, we just got to wait, now we can go. And if we want to, we can go one way, then the next, then the next if you want to, and then this one we can go that way. You good? You got it.
Well, you did that.
Yep.
This does feel like the thrill zone.
And then we're going to exit this time by, wait for it, where is it? There. Right up to the white line. Ready? Got to wait till it gets turned in, and then we can go on the exit.
That was great.
I hope that you enjoyed the ride.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like we could do 4 more laps.
Yeah. If you didn't enjoy it, you must have been doing it wrong. Because I enjoyed it.
Wow, that was great.
I'm a king, he's a king, you're a king. We all kings.
Just recently though, I started thinking about what that means, man. I think we all kings, man. We all got something going on that we need to push out. Make sure you do it loud.
Moving passionately, leaving fears unbalanced. We kings in the streets, ain't nothing gonna be challenged.
And what's going on, good people? Welcome back to the Electrify Expo. If you remember on our channel, Sam Rio and I came about a year ago to check out the first ever Electrify Expo, at least here in Austin, to showcase all things EV, from skateboards to scooters to bikes to automobiles, SUVs, and all of the above, right? It was a good time for EV. Now, as before, this event is held down at the Circuit of the Americas, where they allow you to do test driving, sit in, get updates from all different types of vendors out there, from Polestar to Lucid to Tesla. I mean, they're all out there. Kia, and surprisingly enough, to see a lot of the automobile industry having different EVs that you don't get a chance to really hear about or see commercials on. It's really good. You know, you get a good understanding of how hard people are working for a more sustainable future, right? But this event is always a key event to go to if you are just a fan of EV or just want to learn a little bit more about it. This year was actually amazing because you got to kind of test out every vehicle that they had there, which was really cool and a change from last year's event.
Yeah, man.
Now, one of the coolest things about this year is, you know, as I said previously, we were invited out to an event from Ford to showcase their Mach E Rally Edition, right? And that kind of gave us an early access to, getting into the event before a lot of people showed up and it got super crowded. So we got a chance to kind of just stop by every booth while we were here this time around. Now granted, I didn't get video of every booth because, again, you know, there's a combination of some of the things that we saw last year and this year. So if you want to check out the other video, you definitely are more than welcome to as well. I'll put that right here. And then also just an interesting look at Tesla being here this year. Last year, when you think EV, a lot of people think first off Tesla, right? But there was a lot of vendors that were here, and I want to say it was maybe like 1 or 2 Teslas I saw. They had some custom ones around, just kind of showcasing what some artwork and vinyl and stuff that other people could do, and they were doing them on Teslas, but it wasn't really like so far a booth. And in this one, they had the actual Cybertruck. They had different models of the S and the X and Y, and they actually had a really good booth here this time around. So it was really good. I mean, you can even get a chance to test drive the Cybertruck if you wanted to. So let's get down into the nitty gritty and jump into a couple of things, and I'll be right back with you.
Official tire partner of Formula E, and we want to give you a little taste of what it's like to get behind the wheel of one of these powerful all-electric instant torque race cars. So come on over, characteristics of all-electric.
It's a little hot out here.
About to race this guy.
I wish we were going to get a lap. For one lap?
Yeah. Despite I thinking I was going to be able to race Sam, it was really a time trial tester on an electric vehicle. So basically a simulation racer to see who could have the fastest time, and they were giving away some free tickets for events coming up. But yeah, it was a little bit harder than what I thought driving in an actual performance racer that's an electric car.
3D printed. This crack right here. Yeah, it is. Oh yeah.
And we can pay salaries, and like here, because her salary.
I think we saw him last time we were here, right? Yeah.
Alright, so we are halfway through the Electrify Expo, and they got everything close knitched together so you don't have to do a lot of walking, but I feel like it's a little bit smaller than the previous years. However, they do have more automobiles for you to try, more bikes. It's like almost everyone has a test booth where you can get in line and drive these cars on the Circuit of America's track. I've been a big fan of this show and continue to love the energy that they have here. And we're just going to continue to look at everything that they got. I'm so far a big fan of Porsche this year around, and I'm so glad to see Tesla here because Tesla was nowhere to be found in the last one that we went to. So hope y'all been enjoying some of these cars. Thank y'all again for this other planes, trains, and automobile session. Let's jump back into this show.
Should be able to do it here. Scan the book and test drive.
Like, you want to take me?
All right, so we decided to jump in line and give this poster a try. We didn't really try too many of the cars last time around because it was a short little distance that they had. However, this year they've opened up the track. So with the track comes some limitations. You can't do past 60, but at least it's gonna be a good drive. Oh. Now, I would love to give you footage of that, but since I was by myself at that time, driving was the main priority. However, finally getting behind the wheel of a Polestar, it drives phenomenal. Like, I think, you know, as we start getting into the EV age, it's more about comfortability, more so than the power and drive, because they all kind of get up no matter what car you're in, right? But this one held its own, and the interior was beautiful. So that's all I'm really gonna tell you is, like, Polestar got my heart too. Like, if I didn't have a Tesla, Polestar would be the next one. And we have made it back to our stomping grounds again. Now, I will say the Electrify Expo is always a good expo to kind of get into everything EV. But I'll be honest, this year it was kind of small and a little disappointing. I will say big ups to Ford in this event for having a Ford sponsored Cars and Coffee. But great setup this year where they have it, and just the location. But it's a smaller event. Nobody had a whole bunch of huge booths and it went all the way around. The only thing that was really great is the fact that you got to drive the cars on the track. So it wasn't like a little street course for like a few seconds or so. Like, you got to do the whole track. So we did it in the Polestar, we did it in the hybrid Lightning, and got a chance to kind of get a little bit more information about the new e-bike that I saw. So other than that, that is the expo. Thank you everyone again for tuning in to this Planes, Trains, and Automobile episode. We're about to get out.